the Hollow Man Newell. The first to vanish was Lydia Harper, a girl of 16, with wild curls and laughter that could shatter the stillness of any room. The town searched for weeks, but Lydia had been swallowed by the quiet, her name reduced to little more than a tremor in the air. Then came the others. Old Jacob Dunn, the town's only blacksmith. Then Martha Wren, a woman, known for her sharp tongue and sharper mind. There were no signs, no struggle, just homes left eerily undisturbed, as if their occupants had merely stepped out for a moment and never returned. Through it all, Elias Thorn remained. He did not join the frantic search parties, nor offer words of comfort at the church vigils. Aye. He watched his eyes glinting like a predator in the half-light. The townsfolk felt his silence like a creeping vine around their throats, a thing both insubstantial and impossible to ignore. It was on a night thick with fog that Judith Miller, the town's last remaining librarian, made her choice. She had spent months observing Elias, tracking his movements with quiet, careful dread. She had seen him walking at odd hours, had noticed the way he left no footprints in the morning frost, the way the crows never settled near his home. She did not know what he was, but she knew beyond doubt that Elias Thorn was no ordinary man, with her heart pounding like a trapped thing. Judith followed him. Through the winding streets of Black Hollow, past shuttered windows and dimly lit porches. She kept to the shadows, moving as quietly as her aging bones allowed. Elias moved without sound, his figure cutting through the fog like a blade. He led her beyond the town, to the woods that loomed like a gaping mouth at its edge. Judith hesitated. The forest had always been there, a thing of silent, unknowable depths. But tonight, it seemed alive, breathing in the hush between the trees. Gathering her resolve, she stepped forward. She saw them the moment she crossed into the clearing, the missing ones. They stood in a perfect circle, their faces pale and eyes wide, unseeing. Their lips trembled, mouthing words Judith could not hear, and their fingers twitched as if grasping for something just beyond reach. And in the center, watching her with something akin to amusement, was Elias Thorn. "You shouldn't have come, Judith," he murmured, his voice almost kind. She opened her mouth to scream, but the sound never came, deep and terrible, as if something inside her was unraveling thread by thread. The darkness around Elias rippled, and she understood then, in the final fleeting moment before oblivion took her, that Elias Thorn had never been a man at all. By morning Black Hollow was just a little quieter, and Elias Thorn, as always, remained. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Turn on notifications and tell us what you thought of the video. And as always, be careful of what's around you.